right? So page 507, number 70, we have a total that we're investing of $32,000. And we want to know how much we're putting into each of two different funds. So what are our variables? We should really define up front. What are the variables? The things that we're trying to find the values of. X equals, and there's two funds, right? So one variable will represent how much we put in the first fund. The other variable will be how much we put in the second fund. And you just keep it straight up, right up front. I would write it down. This case, it was a 5.75% and a 6.25%. So I'll let the X is the dollars in the 5.75%. And Y can be the dollars in 6.25%. Okay, so here's the things that we know. There's a total of $32,000. So that's one equation right there. What could I write down for that? What's the equation that comes from the fact that there's a total of 32,000? Say again? Say it. X plus Y equals 32,000, right? The total amount of money is 32. So if I add these up, X plus Y equals 32,000. And the second thing, it says the guy wants to get interest back at the end of the year of $1,900. What does that make the second equation? If he makes a total of $1,900 interest, what will go on the left? Well, how much? Yeah, you need the percents, right? Well, how much interest are you going to get from the X dollars you put into that fund, right? If it's a 5.75% interest, how do I calculate how much interest came from that part of the investment? 0.0575x, right? If you multiply by the decimal form of the percent, that's how many dollars come out of that, right? How will I find how much come from the other fund then? 0.0625 times Y. So that's a system of equations. Two variables, two equations. Should be able to solve it. What are your methods for solving it? Substitution, elimination, or matrices, right? I mean, just put it in the calculator right away. You're going to have it. I mean, I honestly, if it was me doing it for myself, I would be using a matrix so fast. I would not be messing around trying to do that other stuff if I knew how to do this. So this is a 2 by 2. It's 1 and 1 for the top line. It was 0.0575 for the first one and 0.0625 for the second. And then on the right-hand side, we had 32,000 and 1,900. Oh, that was wrong. I'm back on A again. Second, matrix, 2. Enter, enter. So 32,000. Enter, 1,900. That was wrong. That's good. Enter. And now, second, go back to the screen. Second, enter, enter. So 20,000 in one, 12,000 in the other. Right? It does all for you. But you have to be able to set it up. And the common mistakes that I see in these kinds of problems is like when you write this down, it's not that you don't turn it into a decimal. You turn it into the wrong decimal. I see a lot of like 0.625. It's not. 6% is 0.0625. So it's like move the decimal place over twice. Twice. Yeah. One and one. right?